I am not the only one who actually got confused when learning liquidity, because you learn liquidity, then boom, you hear there is two types of liquidity, what we call the sell side liquidity and the buy side liquidity. And when you spot them on your chart, you come to realize that sell side liquidity is on your, let me use the word, support zone, and your buy side liquidity is on your resistance zone. I don't know whether you understand the confusion. I researched because I thought maybe the book I read was wrong, until when I read several books and realized for sure it is supposed to be on those levels. Okay, I know most of you also are actually confused when you hear the buy side liquidity and the sell side liquidity. So in this video, LuxAlgo has actually come up with a very great indicator which shows us the buy side liquidity and the sell side liquidity. But remember, for real, we cannot just start executing trades without even knowing why the sell side liquidity and the buy side liquidity is on those levels. So we have to understand their meaning, and we're just going to understand how they work. So in this video, we're just going to look at that indicator, the description, and the usage of that indicator. Okay, so guys, I know you're ready for this video, so welcome you to Money Close Forex Education YouTube channel. Maybe it's the first time you're hearing my voice. I really welcome you. Kindly join us by subscribing to this channel, clicking on that red button written subscribe, and definitely you'll be part of this amazing family, because I believe and honestly I know this is where you belong. If you're ready, part of this family, I really salute you. So guys, without further ado, allow me to add the indicator on my chart so that we can basically talk of something we are actually seeing on our chart. So the indicator is super free. The only thing you need is a Tradingview account. So directly go to Tradingview, click on indicators tab, then you're just going to type buy side and sell side liquidity by LuxAlgo. Click on it. Once you click on it, this is how it's actually going to appear right on your chart, and basically it's a very brand new indicator. And basically, as you can see on my chart right here, the buy side liquidity is on your resistance level and the sell side liquidity is on your support level. Okay, so guys, basically we're just going to focus on what it shows so that we'll be able to use it executing trades. It's a very effective indicator, so stick here till the end so that we can really understand more about this indicator. Okay, so let me start with the description of this indicator. So the buy side and the sell side liquidity indicator, it aims to detect and highlight the first and arguably most important concept within the ICT trading methodology, liquidity levels. And to those who really don't know what liquidity is, in simpler terms, you can say liquidity is the fuel the market needs so that it can really move. For a car to move, it has to have fuel. So for the market to move, it also needs liquidity. So that's why we are relating liquidity with the fuel the market needs so that it can really move. And you can understand that the definition of liquidity also refers to the availability of orders at specific price levels in the market, allowing transactions to occur smoothly. Okay, so liquidity mainly relates to stop losses or pending orders, and liquidity levels or pull, highlighting a concentration of buy or sell orders at specific price levels. Smart money traders such as banks and larger institutions often target these liquidity levels or pools to accumulate or distribute their positions. So there are two types of liquidity. We have the buy side liquidity and the sell side liquidity. So what we're really supposed to understand about the buy liquidity represents a level on the chart where short sellers will have their stops positioned, and then the sell side liquidity represents a level on the chart where long bears traders will place their stops. So these areas often act as support or resistance levels and can provide trading opportunities, just as you can see on my chart right here. You can see the buy side liquidity, according to the definition, we have said like it represents a level on the chart where short sellers will have their stops positions, and the sell side liquidity represents a level on the chart where long bears traders will place their stops, just as you can see right here. And so these levels can work as your support and resistance level and can provide you with a trading opportunity. How? This makes you watch price around this zone over here, because you really know this is where stops can be laid, and so as a smart trader you know how to execute trades. So that's usage number one of the sell side and the buy side liquidity by LuxAlgo indicator. So let's look at usage number two. Usage number two, when liquidity levels are breached, which many stop or limit orders are placed have been traded through, the indicator will create a zone aiming to provide additional insight to figure out the odds of the next price action. Okay, so this can lead to reversal. So it's common that the price may reverse course and head in opposite direction, seeking liquidity at the opposite opposite extreme. So let's have a look at this. So as you can see on my chart right here, I have numbers. I have number 1, number 2, number 3 in green color, and we have level 1, level 2, and number 3 in red color. Okay, so level number 1, like for instance right here, just as I've said before, once a liquidity level has been traded through, let's say you executed the order over here, point number 2, or rather level number 2, it shows that it is often that the price will reverse course and head in opposite direction. So there is a probability that the market will actually rise, and when it gets to this level over here, that's when we have level number 3, seeking liquidity at the opposite extreme, and you can see the market really reverses. And number 1, still when the market is actually dropping, you can relate to this, so you can take a screenshot. So let's look at usage number 3. Usage number 3, you're supposed to learn when the zone is also broken, it is a sign for continuation price action. Okay, this is what most traders really have to know, that price has a probability of breaking above your buy side liquidity, and the price as well has a probability of breaking below your sell side liquidity. This tells you like there is a probability of this thing happening. So using the indicator doesn't tell you when you are in those levels you execute your orders immediately, have confirmation, because price has the probability of breaking those levels, just as you can see on a chart right here. So this is actually our buy side liquidity, and basically this is a sell side liquidity, and it happened the market really broke below the sell side liquidity. So when it breaks below, this shows a continuation. Okay, and as well here we have a buy side liquidity zones, and as well we had this movement over here, but unfortunately the market broke above the buy side liquidity, which actually signifies continuation. So for a trader to be profitable when trading the buy side and the sell side liquidity, you really have to be super patient when it comes to this level over here, because number 1, smart traders really know these are the levels that many retail traders are looking the market from, and so many expect to buy and many expect to sell. So what these market makers do, number 1, they will do something we call inducement. Inducement in simpler terms is what we call traps. Like for instance right here, if you look closely, you will see there was a confusion at the level showing that the market has a probability of rising. So many traders will have executed their buy order, and after executing their buy order without understanding what will happen next, the market boom goes against you, breaking the level, and it proceeds to the downside. And many traders do lose money when it comes to these breakouts you see right here. And as well, this is what we call inducement, being tricked to execute your orders. These are like traps. They trap you to execute your buy order, and here you see there was a setup that was developing, actually the market breaking even below the buy side liquidity, then boom, the market reverses, breaking the buy side liquidity, and it proceeds to the upside. So what you're supposed to really do as a trader is being patient to see where the market is actually going to head to, because there is a lot of confusion that will take place at that level being created by smart money, so that it will confuse you to really take trades, then it goes against you. Okay, so guys, let me hope you've really learned something about this indicator by LuxAlgo, a very great indicator. I really love it. We're just going to test it on live market, because we need an indicator that is working on real time, that is not repainting, and as well an indicator that shows us accurate levels. Okay, so guys, what do I say? I wish you nothing but the best. Continue working hard, because I really know one day your hard work will pay. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like this video as well. So guys, what do I say? Bye bye. See you in my next video.